Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the AEW Dark Review for the 13th of July 2021. It is the Tuesday Night Dark Show, and 18 matches is way too long, especially when half the people on this show were involved in last night's Dark as well. Well, maybe not half, but still too many. Matt Hardy defeats Jossie in just under 4 minutes. Hardy's wife gives birth to a fourth child. I don't know where that's necessarily a responsible thing in 2021, but anyway, um, he has been around for 25 years, and I don't really see where this particular thing is. And no, I'm not meaning that necessarily is a bad thing that he has a child. Obviously, congratulations to him and his wife. My point is that taking on responsibility for a child in a very uncertain world can be difficult, and who knows how that works out. Anyway, uh, post match, Joel Jalel is apparently a member of HFO now. Toweled Hardy down post match, and this is Jossie's promotional debut. Gets hit with a leech and a side effect, and takes a loss. Um, I don't know. Mm, this is just. Anyway, Hardy cuts a backstage promo letting us know that he won both his one on one matches and that he and Christian Cage are going to do battle eventually on Dynamite tomorrow night. And why does Matt Hardy, after 25 years in the business, need three matches in a promotion that doesn't need him to begin with? Anyway, Brian Cage defeats Fox Vinner. Cage wins after a spinebuster and a drill claw. Vinner looks like any other enhancement talent. Acclaim defeating Derek Pistachio and Roman Russell in 4.5 minutes. Caster asks their opponent, who are doing a military gimmick, what their weapons of mass destruction were. Forgettable squash match here. Caster hits the mic drop on Rizal for the win. Diamante defeats Haro O'Hara in 3 minutes. O'Hara is a debuting talent. Why do we have so many of these when we don't have room for the people we hire? Oh, yeah, because Tony Khan, who is doing a lot for the business, don't get me wrong, I love AEW. It's my favorite national promotion in North America today, but at the same time, he doesn't like to say no to people. Obviously, he's only fired one or two people in the history of the promotion over a couple of years, and honestly, he doesn't have the best um, discernment. Uh, anyway, Haro is a new person. Um, Basically says she's going to main event on the internet show soon enough. Throwing down a challenge to Big Swole, Diamante wins with a standing sliced bread, followed by a straight jacket and a tap out. Ethan Page defeats Ryan Mantell in just under 2.5 minutes. Scorpio Sky does commentary and doesn't really add that much. Page wins with the Ego's Edge Crucifix Powerbomb. And this is a preview of the coffin match with Darby Allin tomorrow night. Why we need a preview when we had one the day before also doesn't make sense either. Big Swole defeats Saraya 7 in 3 minutes. 7 is from Egypt and is making her AEW debut. The team of Swole, Kylan King, and Red Velvet as a group seems to have died, at least for the moment, or at least for this. Swole hits a cloverleaf and applies the hold and gets the win. And post match, Swole delivers a promo responding to Diamante's challenge. Match will eventually happen. Dante Martin defeats RSP 5:13. Why is this going 5 minutes? RSP is Ricky Shane Page, who's making his AEW debut. So now there's three Pages. There's Adam Page, Ethan Page, and Ricky Shane Page. He throws his jacket at Martin. Martin responds by jumping out of the ring and nailing Rana, and then RSP takes an advantage. Martin comes back with crossbody, and the crowd is behind him. He hits a double jump moonsault for near fall, Cazador, and a hook kick. RSP comes back with Enziguri and then follows up with a frog splash for near fall. Selling is not their friends here. RSP goes to the top again for senton, but Martin moves. Martin then hits the second rope, Rana, and then a flip stunner for the pinfall. Martin is decent if you like that style, horrible if you don't. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, who don't need to be here at all, defeating Papadon and Sean Maluta. 5:21. This is about double the length it should have been. Uno delivers a piledriver on Papadon, while Grayson hits a running kick at the same time, getting the win for the Dark Order. Ryan Nemeth with the Wingman defeats Marcus Cross. Nemeth wins with a neckbreaker in less than 3 minutes. Penelope Ford defeats Robin Renegade in 3.5 minutes. Ford wins with a gutbuster, and she's pretty dominant throughout. Why they even care about her, I have no idea. Anyway, Ford looks fine, I guess, against Yuki Suzuki tomorrow is where she's going. Frankie Kazarian defeats Austin Green with the Diamond Sheik, 3:17. Green makes his AEW debut. Why do we have so many debuts? I swear, all you have to do is put on a pair of tights and boots, and you can get an AEW tryout, it appears. Green is a big guy and takes Kazarian down with a one-handed spine buster. Don't think I've seen one of those before. Diamond Sheik looks like a interesting manager, but do we need more managers at this point? Green and Sheik act looks like that something that could have been built and brought in to mean something. Green wins would have made more sense. Kazarian taking him out here makes sense for where it is. Kazarian's dominant for the most of the match, comes back with a clothesline, and then gets a tap out of the crossface chicken wing. Green taps out and gets rid of, the idea that he has value as a long-term player. Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson with Arn Anderson and Dustin Rhodes defeats Mark Davidson and Aaron Fry, 4.5 minutes. Anderson gets the pin with a spinebuster on Fry, even though we've already seen 2 spinebusters tonight. Julia Hart with the Varsity Blondes defeats Maddie Vrondowski. Hart gets a near fall following a standing moonsault. This could have been the finish, but it wasn't. She wins with a split leg drop across the chest of her opponent. Blade with the Bunny and Matt Hardy defeats Jake Tucker in under 2 minutes. Blade wins with the Dr. Bomb. Quick squash that didn't need to be here. Speaking of didn't need to be here, Private Party with Matt Hardy defeats Josiah and Deanna Rossman in 3.5 minutes. Private Party gets the win in a Hardy ripoff contest with some enziguris on their opponents. Powerhouse Hobbs defeats Travis Titan in 5 seconds. Hobbs attacks on the floor before the bell. Gets in the ring. Hobbs hits the spinebuster and gets the pin. So that's the 4th spinebuster on the show. Gun Club, Billy and Colton defeat Cesar Bononi and JD Drake. 5:50. Why this late in the show are we getting 5:50 of this? Billy Gunn doesn't need to be wrestling at actually over 55 years old. He gets nailed by Drake, and Bononi hits Billy with an elbow on the floor at one point. Drake hits Colton with a cannonball, misses a Vader bomb. Billy gets tagged and hits a Famouser, and didn't even get a 1 count. Colton tags back in and hits Colt 45 on Bononi for the win. Billy said he's way too old for this into the camera, and wow, just wow. Anyway, Angelico defeats Wheeler Yuta, 8:04. Wheeler Yuta has a lot of potential, and Angelico, if they could get him away from Eminem the Straw, otherwise known as Jack Evans. I think the world would be a better place anyway. Earlier, Dasha interviewed Angelico and Jack Evans about Yuta. Angelico wasn't going to take him lightly, or wasn't going to take him seriously at first, but ends up doing so because Evans tells him to take him seriously, and Helico is taking him seriously, and Helico is um, certainly doing well on Dark and in other places. They could have built this into something. Yuta could have gotten some wins, and Helico goes for the Navarro death roll early. Yuta kicks him away. Yuta gets a near fall and a top rope crossbody and an angle slam. Follows up with a German suplex and bridge for the near fall. Yuta comes off the top, met with a drop kick from Angelico, and Angelico applies the death roll submission. Good gosh, 33 matches in 2 days, and literally maybe 6 of them should have been anywhere. In any event, we'll be back with more right after this.